All right, this is the next episode, Digital Asset Junkies.
Yeah.
I'm Keith Dirty.
Yeah. I'm Defi Daryus.
This is the weekly live stream podcast where we discuss all aspects of the financial markets.
That's right.
That's
right.
I know
and
this.
all aspects of like dumb-ish too.
Oh yeah. All aspects. But we're focused on finance, right? And
that's right, baby.
We also do live trading here. We'll take some live trades. Let's look at the futures market. You know, I like to start with the futures market. That's what the daily looks like. We had threat of nuclear war. Market was crashing, right?
Yeah.
Hey, no more nuclear war.
Civilizations were threatened.
The entire civilizations were threatened. That's right. Let's look at the 15-minute.
We here at Digital Asset Junkies, man, we pray for peace. Okay, we want nothing but peace.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace everywhere. Like, I don't know why we're starting wars. I thought this guy's whole thing was we don't start wars.
Yep.
We America first.
You go from stopping wars to destroying civilizations. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Anywho.
We do have to be Israel's lapdogs. We have to do whatever Israel says. So, that's how it's always been. People say if Kamala was president, this war wouldn't happen. But wouldn't Israel still want the war to happen even if Kamala was president?
Absolutely.
So she would have to do the war also.
Listen, living the life as a dog, man. Like, come on now, it's underrated. Okay, you don't got to worry about anything too deep. You eat slop every single day. That's delicious to you.
Yeah.
Because you got to think you're a dog.
Because you don't know any better.
You don't know any better.
You never had filet mignon.
Yeah. So.
Never had dry aged fish, which like they have in Japan. I love Japan now.
Keith is different now. You see how you just do that in there?
Yeah,
just do that in there, man. Keith just went to Japan.
I was in Japan.
We're supposed to be talking about the future market, and now you're just.
Speaking of futures, Japan is in the future. They're not just because there's time zone is in the future. Like I was one day ahead. Yeah, I was like solving the Wordle puzzles before.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
it was funny because I was entertained. Me and my wife, we were entertained by Keith's stories.
Oh, nice! You were keeping up with that.
I was keeping up with it, absolutely.
Nice.
And but what was funny when you landed in San Francisco, the look you had on your face was womp womp womp.
Man, it's like
even the energy of the post. I think you posted like a pigeon or something. I don't know. It was just something about. It was very mundane.
Yeah, I think I said a journey of 1,000 miles ends with a single step. But you have this idea in America that like, okay, if there's going to be a major city with a bunch of cool things to do in that city, amazing restaurants, concerts, anything you want to do, a city like New York City, well, there's a given there's going to be some crime and some litter. There's going to be unsavoriness. But that's what happens when you have a huge city, because they're bad apples. You can't have a utopia, right? But no, it turns out you can if you're in Tokyo. Tokyo is exactly like it's like.
Let me explain something. I've never been to Tokyo. This majority of this episode is going to be about Keith's experience in Japan.
Yeah, because it was a business trip, so.
Exactly. But let's be clear. Let's be clear how massive Tokyo is. Okay?
Yeah.
40 million people. Okay? So I don't know if anybody ever been to San Francisco. But San Francisco is a small, big city.
How many million people in San Francisco?
We don't even have a million, Keith.
Oh.
We have 800,000.
Wow.
Okay?
What about New York City?
New York City barely has 2 million, I believe.
Really?
I think we gotta let's
wow, yeah, let's look that up.
Let's look that up.
New York City is the only city that I've been to that's even comparable. But I feel like Tokyo has like 5 Times Squares. Like I would go to different different train stops, get off at different train stations. Like, oh, this place looks like also like Times Square. That happened multiple times. Oh, you're probably
What's the
just going to
population
the
of
same
New York
place, the
City?
Shibuya Crossing. Maybe that happened a couple times, but uh, eh,
All right, so so it's 8.3 million.
8.3,
8.3 million, which is a massive city.
massive, yeah,
Massive city.
But
I don't know if I've been in New York, man, and I got claustrophobic.
yeah.
York.
Well, it is claustrophobic in Tokyo for sure. But you're saying Tokyo
Bro.
is 5 times more.
Tokyo has 40 million people. Let me
Wow.
make sure.
And
me
there's
make
no homeless people, no litter. There's no litter. There's no dude. I saw women. Women just fall asleep on the trains there regularly. That's how safe it is. That's how safe they feel. I saw a woman asleep, just fast asleep, like leaning into the person next to her asleep, on the train.
37 million.
37 million.
I'm sorry, Keith.
5 times as big.
So you said you saw a lady on this train sleeping?
And this is not like, I'm just giving it. People sleep on the trains all the time, and not drug addicts. They don't have drugs there, so there's no drug addict. You know, in America, only drug addicts sleep on the train because they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
But no, so this lady, she's a lady with like designer bag on, whatever. She's an older lady, and she was sitting in the seat right next to the door, the train door, right?
The most dangerous seat in America.
And she just sleep like this, like leaning into the person next to her, with her iPhone in her open hand, like right next to. So somebody could have just yoink stepped out the door closes before she's even awake. Like I was about to do it just to keep her on her toes. You know what I mean? Like
give her a dose of reality.
But no, that's how safe it is that you can just do that and not get your phone stolen, not get anything stolen.
You might get commented on. Okay?
No, what do you mean?
Monkey.
That doesn't happen. There are no perverts.
That doesn't really happen. Oh, that's
no. Well, there are perverts, but like you,
Pornhub.
but you go to specific. Oh, that is one thing. Their erotic films are disgusting. They're like, I you know, I'm a pretty. I'm not a prude, right? I'm not a prude dude. I'm far from prude, right? I mean, you know, I've seen some stuff, but I checked out like one of the suggested adult films in the hotel just for the culture. But I'm on the hotel TV. There was like, you know, free, like, this is one of the 3 suggested films. And it was like, I was watching a crime happen.
Oh,
like they kidnap. Okay, at first it starts off like voyeuristic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of creepy, but whatever. Like this is the genre. Then it goes to they just kidnap her, throw her in a car, you know, gang stuff.
They gang raid.
That we don't have to say that. We don't want to be demonetized.
They gang read a book to her in the back of a truck. Made her eyes look at the book. Hey, read the book. But seriously, man, I think
and
we know
then,
where Keith is going with this.
And then they put a bag over her head, suffocate her, and throw her out of the thing. I'm like, what am I watching? But meanwhile, the genitals are blurred out. Like what? You could show a literal crime, and she's not like you think. Okay, eventually she's gonna get into it, right? I mean, no, she's like trying to win a fucking Oscar award, and she's just like crying. Yeah. She's crying. No, not even in a cute way like that. Like you, I would have. That would have been more acceptable. No, she's like crying, like she's like literally trying to win an Academy Award.
Not even theatrical. Like, oh my goodness, like how American porn, like the bang bus, bitches be like, they be acting like,
no, I felt.
Titties be flopping around everywhere.
I felt bad for her. I'm like watching the video. I'm like, well, hopefully by the end of it, these guys will go to prison, right? That's how this adult film is gonna end.
Hey, listen, Keith, I've never been to Japan, but I saw a lot of Japanese films before.
Oh yeah,
and you know, I think Keith is right. It's not really even some of the girls. They don't even look sexy. They're dressed in like regular like Usually they're wearing a dress or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just regular. Like they don't have like big tits or whatever. Or not that I'm saying like you have to have big tits or whatever. But like in American porn, there's like a sexy,
there's a type. Yeah.
There's a sexy quality that they're obviously exploiting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In Japanese film, it's like, what the fuck is this? Like a surveillance?
Yeah. That's what it started out as. Was literal surveillance footage. Like, oh, okay, they're doing the whole voyeur genre. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, but you know, whatever. This is the video they suggested. Let's fast forward, see what.
Come on, hold on, Keith. Why are you doing what they suggest, man? Why don't you pick your shit, man? What's up with that,
well,
bro?
they gave me 3
you don't know
suggestions.
What you want, bro?
I didn't want to go into 7 pages of it. So they have one recommended. They have like one recommended page, which like 3 videos. So then I picked one with like the businesswoman on it because I like.
Oh, it was like a little package. You watch this, you done with that, you can watch that.
There was like 3 videos they suggested. One was schoolgirl, like gross. One was a bit like a woman was wearing a business suit. So I'm like, oh, cool, like a businesswoman. I support female entrepreneurship. So, you know, I was like, all right, this will be the video for me. No, the woman gets like the victim of sex crime. I think she gets murdered at the end. And I'm like, well, they're gonna arrest this guy, right? Like that's not even the point of the movie. But I'm like, well, hopefully by the end this guy goes to prison. But that's not. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Keith, so you were in Japan for how many days?
I got sidetracked. I was there for 8 days. A good eight full days, I think.
Okay.
One of the days I went to Mount Fuji. I was staying in a ryokan.
Okay.
Which is like a traditional Japanese place with the like doors slide and like sliding stuff. Yeah. And it's like all wood and like and then there's like a beautiful view of Lake Kawaguchi. I don't know but it's something like that. It's the lake right by Mount Fuji, or by the close to Mount Fuji.
Nice.
Yeah, that was great.
You rode the high speed rails?
Yeah. I rode the monorail. I don't think I rode the high speed rail, or maybe I did ride the high speed rail to Fuji. It didn't feel high. I did go to there was an amusement park by Mount Fuji, Fuji Q, and it has some of the most intense coasters in the world. They say, and I believe it. I was like.
Coasters?
Roller coasters, yeah.
Roller coasters.
Yeah, I rode like 4 roller coasters, like some of them going really high up, and you see views of Mount Fuji.
Wow. You know what, man? I like roller coasters. Not like crazy, like I'm not like go insane about them, but they're fun every now and again. I would never ride a roller coaster in another country, but I will for sure ride a roller coaster in Japan.
Well, yeah, Japan is a more advanced country.
Yeah,
so
yeah, for sure. For sure. I wouldn't ride it in China. Hell no.
I probably wouldn't.
I would not ride it in China. Definitely wouldn't ride it in Dubai.
No,
I heard of a roller coaster issue that happened in Dubai.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't do that. But no, Japan. I'm like, yeah, they have a high speed, just a train, so their roller coaster must be amazing. And like by the end of that one ride that I think it was like the Fujisama or something like that. It's like a really long and fast, intense coaster. I was like, I had like my hand, and I was sitting next to a little girl, like because her brother was even smaller than her, so her dad was in the one seat ahead of them with the brother. Damn. So then it's me and this like 9-year-old girl next to me, and I was screaming way more than she was. And then by the end of it, I'm like my hand, like when we're rolling in, yeah. My hand is in my head. I'm like kind of shaking, I guess. And then she looked, because I guess she knew I spoke English. So she goes, crying? She thought I was crying.
Yeah.
Crying?
Pussy ass Indian man right here.
She thought, she was like,
oh man.
Yeah. I was like, no, I'm not crying.
Yeah, you crying.
I wasn't crying. Screaming. I was just like, oh my God, thank God it's over.
Listen, bruh. If a kid pointed you out as crying, you were fucking crying. They already went there. Even if you wasn't, if they thought you were, they're like, remember that old man?
Well, that's the thing. She's gonna be like I was less scared than that fully grown man. Well, it's good for her, you know. I'm glad I gave her that experience. So,
So on your story, Keith, I saw you. You're getting a little freaky in the restaurant. You're having wax poured on you.
oh
Tell
yeah,
people,
well,
tell
yeah.
people what that was
So
about.
you know, Japan has a tradition of shibari.
Shibari.
Shibari, it's like rope play, and you know, it's known. It's kind of a known bondage place, right? And I'm not into. I'm not. That's not like my go-to thing or anything.
Yeah, Brian.
It-
Yeah, I don't want to get tied up.
Yeah, well, yeah. But you know, I like culture, so I checked it out, and yeah, you know, they put hot candle wax on you, but it's not like it doesn't. You don't. You're not like it hurt. It burns, right? But it's not like the next day you're burned.
Uh,
And then the nice thing is when they take the wax off, it feels. You know,
it like opens up your skin a little bit.
well, not just that, just the sensation of like, oh, something was painful, and now they're taking that pain away and making it pleasurable. Just that sensation of like, that feels good. Not in a sexual way either, just in a relief way.
Okay.
It's not like I had a huge boner or anything like that. And it was a cool show. They did a cool show. Shout out to what was
Did
that?
you have a huge boner, bro? Because,
No,
Okay. Anytime somebody says, "Hey, it's not like my dick was hard or anything,"
I would say if I did.
Hey, it's not like my dick was hard or anything, but
No, I don't. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. It was more of like like a show, like a stunning show. Than it wasn't an. I don't get turned on by that. But you know, if that's what you are into, that's cool. But it's not like I get turned on. But I do find it very interesting in terms of like showmanship or showwomanship.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's I wish I could remember the name of that place. What was it called? It was called it was in it was near Roppongi. Oh, it was what was it? You know what? Whatever. Maybe we'll figure that out later.
So
Black Rose, the Black Rose in Roppongi. They have a good show there. Yeah. Yeah, they have like four, and you know they're wearing like leather and like they're doing whips and like they have a show that you don't even have, you can just sit and watch. They don't have to involve you in it. So that was yeah, I watched a couple of those. It was a good time.
So, I have a lot of clients that went to Japan and stuff, and one common thing that they all say is when they come back to the West, they gotta kind of like decompress a little bit because the culture is just so I don't know thick. It's so different how you gotta act and how you know.
Yeah,
Did you feel that a little bit?
Yeah, well, so what I want to bring to the West is how they say thank you, right? They say arigato. They do a bow.
Arigato.
And I want to. Well, it's not that I want to say arigato, but I want to say thank you. And I have been doing this while and it kind of I don't know because when I do it to an Asian person, I don't know if they find it offensive, like I'm culturally appropriating, because I was picking up a package from the post office yesterday, and I'm like thank you, and then she was giving me a second package. And I was about to do it again. I was like, because that's how I say thank you now.
You gonna do it again, bro?
Well, I was just gonna say thank you again, but not a big bow this time. Just a quick bow while I'm leaving. Thank you. But then she's like, yeah, just go. Like,
Yeah, get out of here, you dummy.
Yeah.
Don't say thank you to me twice. I know you don't really mean it. God damn it.
Well, I do mean it. That's because here's the thing, right? Actions speak louder than words, and
it doesn't matter if you really mean it or not. She was like, no,
she didn't have it. Yeah,
fuck out of here.
Which made me think like maybe I should not do it to Asian people specifically because they might think I'm like culturally appropriating or whatever, or they might think I'm like making fun of them, which I'm not because I think like actions speak louder than words, right? And anybody can just say thank you, but if you actually put a physical action to it, it shows a lot more respect. Yeah, and then people give you more. They treat you with more respect.
A universal thing is like this: put your hand on your heart type shit.
Yeah.
I noticed that that's real powerful. And
yeah,
people,
that's good. But I'm gonna try
twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Oh.
They bow all the time there.
So Keith, so you made it. You said the only negative thing you said that I caught was people telling you how to use your chopsticks.
Oh yeah.
People were really telling you how to, like people in the restaurant were telling you, or just regular.
Well, okay,
patrons?
so they always like, and I'm doing it where I'm using the chopstick to get the food from my plate into my mouth without dropping any food. That's the point of eating, right? That's what utensils are for. But okay, I'm not like resting it on the thing on my palm and doing the. But I'm doing it. I'm using it. I'm wrapping the noodles. I'm eating it. I'm not dropping anything. And they keep giving me forks. Like the people who work at the restaurant keeps like, oh, you want a fork, of course, and then giving me a fork like I'm some idiot. And then at that last dinner that I had, because I was getting omakase meals and stuff like that, which is like tasting course and all that. They gave. Of course, the people working there gave me a fork, and I'm like, okay, only and then when I kept using my chopstick, they're like, you have a fork right there. I'm like, only as a last resort. And like, oh, you want to practice? Like, no, I'm using it. Yeah, and I do see the.
They're like, dude, you look so stupid. Use that fork.
Whatever.
Use the fork.
It was working. And then the lady.
To you, it was working.
How is
it was hurting their eyes.
Dude, I wasn't spilling anything, so it's not like I'm doing anything. and I do respect the concept of fork sticks because, for like that really
fork
delicate
sticks?
meat. Well, did I say fork stick?
Yeah, I thought that was something new. So
no,
that was
okay. No, I respect the concept of chopsticks, right? Because like when you're eating delicate meat, you don't want to go stabbing it, getting the juices out before it goes in your mouth. You want that stabbing to come from your teeth. So, I totally like get why I'm using it at these fancy ass restaurants and meals and stuff. And then you're gonna give me a fork like I'm some idiot tourist. And then the lady next to me is like, this is like on one of the last courses. She's like, oh, do you want me to teach you how to use a chopstick? Do I want to
Listen, Keith,
I just paid $300 for this meal. Do I want to?
You sounded like an American, bro. You sounded like an American.
No,
bro.
I said.
Read the room. Two people have told you. 2 people have said it, bro. And even the lady offered to give you a little bit of game.
The lady next to me, and I don't want. And I said, I got a. I go, no, I got a system that works. That's all I said. But she looked so offended. She looked like I fucking slapped her mom or something like that. She looked like
this.
All I said was, no, I said I'm good. I got a system that works, and I said it with a smile. But she was so offended when I said that. But it's like you're the one. Yeah. I might be exaggerating a little, but I could tell like she was just totally off.
So you want me to help you with a chopstick?
No, she didn't have that kind of. I think she was also American, maybe.
Was she white?
American? No, she was Japanese.
She was Japanese,
but
okay. My
I
bad,
think
man.
she
so she had an American accent.
Well, no, she didn't. Have
I can help you.
Yeah,
I can help you use your chopstick.
No, it wasn't like that. It was. I can't even pinpoint the accent now, but
I fucked it.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna remember it now. but yeah, man, it's like, dude, how are you offended? Like, I'm not forcing my shit onto you. You're interrupting my $400 dinner, trying to get me to learn something. What, dude? If I wanted help, I would have just used a fork, right? If I didn't...
Keith, I'm not going to let you just casually say that and keep it pushing.
What? Say what?
$400 meal?
Well, with the wine pairings and stuff, it ended up being like, I think it was 200 or maybe 300 before. Something. Who cares? It's like the experience you're paying for. But, yeah, when you reserve the restaurant, you prepay for it. So I had already paid for it, in advance. And then when I got there, I did the wine tasting, which was extra. So that's why it probably was in the between $400 and $500 range total. But yeah,
I
I
feel
don't
you though,
want to sit here
Keith.
and learn
don't
something.
nobody. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that meat looked tender as fuck.
It was amazing, yeah. But I was so full, I couldn't eat the dessert.
I was watching this thing and like Japan, I guess the top people in the society of history of Japan, they must have been like neurodivergent or like really, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like real neurotic. You know what I'm saying? Because dude, they cure this beef and they put this tallow around it and they age it. The next day they put some more on it, some more on it. So it's all these different layers, and that tallow is like real. If you guys don't know, tallow is like real, like salty, like coconut oil type of stuff, and it just marinates still, and they do it for like 30 days.
They're really precise.
You know what I mean?
Really precise. They take great pride in their work.
And I'm the type of person, bro. I gotta go to Japan. I'm the type of person. I don't eat out, bro, because I'm a pretty good cook, and I like to give me extra sauce, because I want it to be epic. What's more?
Put the mic
Oh.
closer,
What's more epic? What's more epic than somebody putting layers of tallow on your beef for letting it age for 30 days?
right?
Ooh.
Right, man. It was amazing, bro.
Oh man.
They're really into just perfecting things.
Yeah.
So that's
what the
quality stuff.
Yeah, that's what the society seems like. They're just very neurotic, neurodivergent. Like they just take shit to the max, man, which is beautiful. Even a city that you guys, man, San Francisco is people that come from shitty cities. They come to San Francisco. San Francisco's really, in the greater scheme of things, really a really nice city.
It's the most beautiful city.
It's a beautiful city for sure. For sure.
The most beautiful city in America.
But it's also a shitty, stinky, funky city too. And they're cleaning it up a lot. But there's parts of San Francisco.
In parts, yeah.
In parts, there's multiple parts of San Francisco that's blocks of shitty.
Right. And there's nowhere in an American city you're gonna go to where there's no trash.
Listen,
like
San Francisco has not even 1 million people, and there's multiple like neighborhoods of trash, dope fiends, piss, grime, and shit.
There's 2 neighborhoods like.
Bro, what are you talking about? There's
like 24th Street Mission.
No, there's the Tenderloin
and the Tenderloin.
No, there's the Tenderloin, but there's 2 parts. There's the Tenderloin, and then once you cross Market down there, kind of going towards 6th Street. There's like blocks and blocks of shit over there. Then you can go to the Mission, where you got Mission. Mission goes from 16th Street all the way to 24th Street. So you have a few cuts in Mission. That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let me finish my point. Japan has 40 million people.
I know.
And it's none of that. It's none of that. I feel like the worst, and I've never been into Japan, but I think I call them last on the internet. And they have like cities where there's like, not cities, but there's like neighborhoods where there's like a lot of people from different countries, the Philippines, Chinese, where they actually live. People from India, they live at these like hostels, but they're fucking clean and they don't fucking play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it got to the point where I was going out of my way to look for trash. I'm like, okay, we're under there. Here's a bridge here. Obviously, there's got to be trash here.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a train track. There's obviously got to be some trash. I'm like looking for trash because I'm just like, by the second half of the trip, I'm starting to get pissed. It feels like they're rubbing it in how much better it is. But obviously, I'm not getting pissed at Japan. What I'm really getting pissed at is American politicians, how they will not invest in our infrastructure and just pour all of our tax money into helping Israel fight their wars, right? So I'm going out of my way to look for trash in common trash places, just because it's like, yo, it can't. They gotta. It's gotta be somewhere.
Were you successful?
I saw one out because I went to like a poor neighborhood that wasn't a tourist neighborhood, and I saw one alley.
You specifically knew it was a poor neighborhood.
Because that's where I was going to get that ramen dish, that spicy ramen. It was in like not in a super touristy neighborhood.
Okay.
And I saw one alley because I'm looking down alleys for it with some cigarette butts.
That's the worst. That's the worst he found in Japan.
That was the worst
in
I saw.
Tokyo
That
was cigarette
literally the worst I
butts.
saw. And not even the whole alley was strewn with cigarette butts. A few cigarette butts in this alley.
I bet that was like I bet that was like a fucking dark, devious criminal that did some dirty shit. Like, fuck this.
That was a Yakuza.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the elite of the criminal. Keith walked the streets, man. Oh man, that's crazy, man.
It's just so safe. It's
Keith. That's because Keith. Honestly, man, people come from like Kentucky, and they're like, oh shit, there's so many homeless people out here. This is crazy.
Yeah,
like they really like they feel like it's everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like
considering a place of 800,000 people,
and like 10% homeless.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 40 million people. I didn't see a single homeless person. I saw one guy sleeping outside, but I don't think he was homeless. I think he was just drunk or something. Yeah. It was the next morning, and he was like sleeping out, but he didn't look homeless. And it was so out of place that people were like, there, because it was in the like early morning, afternoon. So it wasn't
people were looking like this.
Yeah, people were like, everybody who passed them was like looking at him.
Hey, what the fuck is this?
And they don't really react to a lot of stuff. Like I was on a train because they have.
What do you mean they? Who are you talking about?
Okay, I'm talking. The comedian Doug Stanhope says that he's a Japanese supremacist. They're the master race, and I wholeheartly agree. So when I say they, I mean like the people who are way superior than like, but they don't have kind of personal space on trains. So like at nighttime on trains, it's just a bunch of people will just shove in, and like there's no more space on here. No, but I'm like after a few drinks, I'm like yelling. There's no more. I'm the only person yelling, by the way. I'm like, there's no more space. Use the other train cars. What are you doing? There's no more space on the. And nobody's even like acknowledging me.
Like, get the fuck out of here, bruh. You know where you at, boy?
They don't. Not even that. Not even like, look at this guy. No, they just.
Like you're invisible.
Yeah.
Move out the way.
So yeah, here's the thing. It is a very homogenous culture, right? Like everyone there. That's the thing. I was telling my buddy, one of my friends, like that's the one thing that America's really. That's cool about America is the diversity. There's so many different races, right? In Japan, it's all just one race. And he goes, yeah, but that's also what probably causes a lot of problems in America.
Dude, America, people are so racist out here. People come out here and it's them and theirs.
Right.
Like it's not, you know what I mean? And it's obvious. It's like, you know what I mean?
Meanwhile, if you're in a country where everyone looks like you, it's much easier to treat people with respect. And to have a sense
people are so fucking rude out here, man.
There's no courtesy. People don't have courtesy out here. I'm like one of the most courteous people I ever see in like my day-to-day life. And now if you're my friends watching this, like, you're courteous, aren't you the guy who just... Okay, obviously when I'm...
Keith has a past, you guys, okay? He has a past.
A past of being rowdy and belligerent, not... But okay, here's my example of how courteous I am.
But uncourteous, no. Not my boy.
Not uncourteous, exactly. And like with strangers, I'm so here. I go to the sauna, right? Oh, by the way, that's a big in Japanese culture, saunas. But even before I went there, I was just big on saunas, right? When I'm leaving the sauna, obviously when everyone comes into the sauna, they shut the door a bit when they're coming in, right? Because they don't want the heat to escape. Mm-hmm. But what do people do when they're leaving the sauna?
Yeah.
Do they keep that same energy up? No. They just let the door just naturally close and lock.
Out here.
Yeah, out here.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I didn't really go to a sauna where they were coming in and out because the saunas I was in were more private. But yeah, out here, when they leave, what do? They just let the door shut slowly by itself because they don't give a shit if the heat escapes at that point. They're done with their sauna. Not me. When I'm leaving the sauna, I close the door. You know? 'Cause I don't want that heat to escape just as much for the people still in the sauna as I didn't want the heat to escape when I got in the sauna. Because I'm a courteous person. I have courtesy. And most Americans don't understand that concept, unfortunately. The concept of, hey, I got mine, but I want to make sure these other people also get theirs. Right? Like, no, that's
They
not
even I saw a meme, not a meme, something online about when I say they, I'm talking about Japanese people. They don't park at the beginning of the parking lot. They park at the end. You
What?
know? Yeah, they park at the end, so
So the
they're-
people come later
people
can park
exactly,
closer?
exactly. It's just
Oh.
yeah, dude. So like you say, it's just a homogenous place.
Wow, yeah.
That's like that's like to the next level.
Yeah, that is some next level
Like,
stuff.
what the
I,
fuck?
that I
I mean,
almost don't even agree with that. It's like,
I want to go to Japan and just start breeding, just to be like, man, don't be that courteous. Take these suckers. Take these suckers. You gonna be first in line now.
Right, but I mean that doesn't even make sense. Like, why does the later people get to park closer to?
Or
the
maybe
store?
it was a warehouse where people worked at. Like people that are later because they're late, they're gonna get in on time. Maybe it was a warehouse. It was context to it.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a good.
yeah.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Exactly.
Yeah, it was at a warehouse.
Exactly. And then
Shout
I'm
out to the Japanese for being a
Right.
superior race.
really
They were
are.
they were, hanging out with the.
Well, dude, I now I think about it and I'm like, man.
It makes sense.
Well, what if? Well, no, what if they just won that? If they just took over America in World War II, would America be as good as Japan is now? I mean, I'd be down for that.
Listen, Brad, we for sure wouldn't be little doggies.
We would be.
Wouldn't be little doggies.
Yeah, we'd have universal
You know-
health care.
You
Probably.
know what I mean about doggies? Did you at the earlier of this episode? You guys go to earlier this episode and go back to our dog analogy of America being the lap dog.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So if that happened, we wouldn't be doggies, right? It's kind of safe to
That's
say.
true. That's true.
It's safe to say.
Yeah, and we might be on the right side of history at this point. Maybe, and we
I
have
wouldn't.
universal.
I'm not.
healthcare.
I don't completely agree with that. I gotta go back and think.
You-
And we're just talking. We're just spitballing. I don't completely agree with that, but I think that it might be a really solid hypothesis
I think, yeah.
in certain aspects of ways of thinking.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I don't agree 100% with that. I gotta think about it. I might not. I don't know. We say a lot of stupid stuff on this thing, and I think I might go on a limb today, Keith.
Yeah.
In the crypto community, man. On Digital Asset Junkie TV, and please, you guys, give us a follow on Digital Asset Junkie TV on Instagram.
Should we check out the crypto market?
Yeah, please, let's check out the crypto market. I kind of
XRP.
am not really. I don't give a fuck about looking at the crypto market, the actual prices right now, because something crazy is going to happen, Keith. I can feel it. I can feel it. I could feel it. And what's more, okay, first let me go back. At Digital Asset Junkie TV, if you guys go to my Instagram account, please give us a follow, okay? At Digital Asset Junkie TV. I constantly talk about the 3 sectors that's going to pop off in Web3, okay? That's the gaming and gambling sector, okay? The poly market sector, that whole shit, okay? The banking tokens, the XRPs, the XLMs, the ISO friendly tokens, all those tokens, and the AI tokens, ICPs, the Fetch.ai's, the near protocols, the renders, and the one I really want to talk about today, Keith, is Tau. Okay, so Tau right now, let's see if we can find it. Is TAO. It's called Bittensor Tau. Okay, Keith, I'm going out on a limb today. All right, this is episode 28, and I am, because in crypto, man, I'm not gonna get too deep into it.
Yeah.
But if you're turning everything into if you're putting everything on the blockchain, if you're investing in multiple crypto tokens,
Should we buy some right now, Tao?
please, yeah. Right now, it's not a good time to buy because this is more of a long-term play. But why not?
Well, let's buy some for the long term.
Why not? Okay.
Buy,
So
100.
Keith, so I'm turning every single gain I make into Tau. Now, when it comes to like taxes, I don't know 100% if, let's say, if you put your money in something like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu, and you, let's say you put $1,000 in, and now boom, you got 60,000. Okay, if you turn that, if you turn it into USD, you're going to get taxed for it. Like if you transfer it to your account. Okay, so a lot of people use the method of transferring all of their gains into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a lot of people doing XRP, which are the 3 digital assets that you could borrow against at 50% loan to value rate. Okay.
Yeah.
Tau, you guys, now is one of them, in my opinion. And I'm saying that now. Okay. So Tau has the same circulating supply as Bitcoin, but Tau has its own ecosystem. So when you think of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is like the store of value. Tau is like the store of intelligence that all these AI agents are going to use to handle tasks. Okay. So there's Tau. So one Tau token is like $350. Tau has this ecosystem called subnets. And think of subnets as like, if Tau was like video game console, think of subnets as video games. Or think of subnets as like little startup companies. Okay, so these are tokens that run on the Tau blockchain. So this is a whole AI ecosystem. You know, there's a whole AI ecosystem that I'm talking about, you guys. All right, I'm super duper duper, especially in the age of AI. In the age of AI, I'm super bullish on all AI tokens, more specifically Tau, because of the motherfucking ecosystem. ICP has an ecosystem too, which is why I'm super bullish on that. Fetch.ai, we've been talking about that on this live for about 10 months. You guys go back to the live 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we've been talking about Fetch.ai. NVIDIA just got in bed with Fetch.ai.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Fetch.ai jumped up about 18%. It went from like 15 cents to about 28 cents.
Nice.
Yes, bro. You know, so this is something I'm proud of. Go back and do the research. Okay,
We should make that a short.
for sure. I'm gonna go back and for sure, dude. You know, because that's what the fuck we do at Digital Asset Junkie TV. We comb the landscape. All right, so you don't fucking have to. Do your research. All right, don't be like Adin Ross, because I'm gonna get on my shit right now, Keith. Sorry, man, forgive me, man. But Adin Ross, man, he sold his Ethereum when it hit 4 racks. Go back, do your research. Go to Digital Asset Junkie TV. I did a video about 8 months ago, back when everybody was leaving Ethereum, and I was saying how Ethereum is going to be the biggest token in Web3. Period. Point blank.
But Ethereum is 2,000 now.
It's 2,000 now. Yes, for sure. But what I'm saying is his entry point was at 4,000 and he sold at 2,000.
Oh.
His entry point was 4,000 and he sold at 2,000.
Oh,
Yeah, you guys do the research. Adin Ross sold Ethereum about 2,600, 2,800, if I'm not mistaken. I think I said it wrong. I said he sold at 4,000, which that was a misquote on my.
Yeah, because then it means he sold at the top.
He sold at the top, which
Never
he didn't.
bad to sell at the top.
He didn't. I'm sorry, I misspoke. He bought at 4,000 and sold at 2. Okay, all right, and he lost. He said he could have made $1.4 million. But if he was following Digital Asset Junkie TV, he would have made. Okay, he would have still been in the Ethereum game. Period. Point blank.
Or if he did the Fetch.ai, he would have made 20%.
Oh hell yeah! If he would have put his money on Fetch.ai, he would have made a lot of fucking money. He would have his money would have went up probably about 130%. So, hey man,
because you've been talking about Fetch.ai the whole time this show's been happening.
Okay, I have. Okay, yeah, because it's
sure.
For sure, because
Maybe it was the 4th episode, but I feel like we were talking about that early on. That was the conference you went to, right? Didn't you go to a conference?
No, that was Internet Computer Protocol,
Oh.
which I've been talking about. Internet Computer
But
Protocol.
didn't you go to like a
from the beginning.
live conference?
Yeah, that was
ICP.
That was ICP.
Okay.
That was Caffeine AI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the self-writing internet. So yeah, man, Tau, you guys check out Tau. It's something called subnets. It's their own ecosystem. So you gotta buy Tau, which is $300 for one token. But you guys, the circulating supply is the same as Bitcoin. Not only, unlike Monero, because I think I talked about Monero before, which they also have the same circulating supply. But you can also create Monero out of thin air. Okay, like so you can't create Bitcoin out of thin air. That's why it's so valuable. You cannot create Tau out of thin air. People are staking Tau. Okay, they're earning rewards. Okay, right now in the this is supposed to be a bear market, Keith, right? The Tau ecosystem, like these tokens you could buy on Tau, are jumping. So that's extremely exciting, especially right now at this time where everything's tanking for the most part. Everything's a little shifty,
Yeah, with this uncertainty, with this war, it does
So
look like
much
things
uncertainty.
are bouncing back, but who knows for how long that's going to be.
Listen,
Should we do predict? Yeah, okay, that was a great prediction. Wait, what?
Tau.
Tau. So we just got some Tau.
Tau's, I mean, and remember, this ain't no 3-month. Tau's long term.
I mean, we're already up $400 on it.
You guys remember? Oh shit, nice. You guys remember that one guy? His name is Da Vinci. He was saying, "Hey, all you got to do is just buy one Bitcoin." He was saying this back in 2012, and he posted a YouTube video. His name is Da Vinci. Okay, Da Vinci Bitcoin. He was like, "Hey, just buy one Bitcoin." I'm saying that right now, you guys. Just buy half a Tau. Just buy 50. Just buy 0.5 Tau and just sit on it. Just buy one. Just buy a half. Try to get this at least one. AI is so check us out. Oracle just laid off 30,000 people. Okay. All right. And their stock went up.
But yeah, their stock went up because they laid off a bunch of people.
Yeah. And the reason why they laid off a bunch of people is because of AI.
Yeah. Dang.
Real. Yeah.
There's whole industries are gonna be destroyed.
That's right. So if you got extra cash, I don't want you spending on no designer shirts. I want you to buy Tau. And you guys, that's a throwback to my boy Keith. He bought some designer. What's the name of the brand, bruh?
VCVIM, VISVIM, VISVIM.
VISVIM. Shout out to my
Japanese luxury brand, high quality Japanese clothing company.
Hey man,
Their store is pretty cool.
A very good player once told me, Keith, if you don't treat yourself, you're gonna cheat yourself.
If you don't treat yourself, you're gonna cheat yourself?
That's right. That's right.
You can't take it with you.
That's right. You can't take it with you.
But I can't take this shirt with me.
Yeah, hell yeah. You can put it in your wheel. I would have go in my closet and get, what is it called again?
The VSVM t-shirt.
Go in my closet and get the VSVM t-shirt.
Or not t-shirt, but short sleeve shirt.
It's a short sleeve shirt, but it's kind of like, it's a little fluffy.
Yeah,
it's like a button up, but it's kind of it's fly as hell.
It's kind of a jacket.
So I'm not going, I'm
it's
not
good
going.
Material.
Hey,
and they do it material. In a really like
good material, huh, Keith?
Source.
Keith, is it good material, man?
Well, here's what I like it. It's very,
what do you like, man?
It's very ethically sourced. So they don't use dyes that like poisons and like bad dyes and stuff. They do this whole process to dye it. That's like I didn't really read all the details about it, but it's really, really ethically done.
You just saw ethical. He's like, okay,
they got into the thing about like, and then these really fairly compensated laborers take the beans from the river to the it's like, dude, I don't care. I like the shirt, all right?
They thought they gamed you. When you left, they were like this. They were looking at you. You left the store like.
Well, that was just literature that came in the shirt. So like when you cut the tag off, you take.
Oh, so it wasn't like a salesperson like.
No, well the salesperson was like, oh, I'll put the English literature in there. I'll put the English thing in there.
Oh, okay.
So that's how
My cousin,
summer.
I had a cousin. Shout out to my cousin, Elvis, man. He went to Ghana, and he had some video. He went to Ghana, and it was an African dude, and he was like, "Hey, my brother, so this right here is these beads are from the Gumbu tribe." And mind you, Gumbu tribe, that doesn't exist. I'm just saying, I don't know exactly what tribe. He was saying it was from a particular tribe. And this and that and da, da, da. And he was like, "Hey, look, man, can I just let me just buy it, man? Like, you telling me all this stuff, man. I know it ain't from da 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 da." Like, he was like annoyed with them woozing him. And that's what they do. They make things seem so much deeper than what it is.
Because suckers will eat that stuff up. I'm not a sucker.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I don't want to buy it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't like being gamed, but that's why when you read reviews, like so many restaurant reviews, like if you look at Google reviews, like of really highly reviewed restaurants, you always see some loser in the comment 1-star review, not about the food, but about the rudeness of the wait. Oh, the wait staff didn't hold my hand through the meal, so 3 stars. Nothing about the taste of the food. So there's a contingency.
I had to wait for them to come and give me a refill of water.
There's a contingency of people who don't understand quality for themselves. They have to have the bells and whistles. They have to have the frills.
The bells and whistles gotta be slapped in the face.
Exactly. Like, they need the frills because they don't understand the quality at a no frills place because they're stupid. And that's so. I'm a no frills guy because I understand the more frills you have, you're paying for those frills. I just want the food to taste good. I want no frills on anything else because that's... there are some exceptions now when you're doing an omakase tasting and they're making such a beautiful presentation where it's basically like a work of art that you're looking at in your plate. All right, I like those kind of frills. But I don't need the regular frills that they do at a restaurant where you just order off the menu and then you eat. I don't need frills at a place like that, you know? And my frills aren't based on like the decor of the restaurant or the vibe of the chefs or the vibe of the staff. My frills are still rooted in the food. You know what I mean? Like when I say, "Oh, this plate looks like a work of art that you're eating," well, that's still the food, right? It's not. So,
I just want it good, baby. Give me nice, tasty food. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, should we do a day trade?
Do a day trade, man. Good.
And then let's call it.
Perfect. We've been on for about an hour.
Yeah, that's perfect. An hour is perfect.
Yeah, you guys. So, come on now. I know what time it is. Tao, stop playing. Stop playing. Okay. All right. All you crypto traders, or not crypto traders, all you crypto buyers, check out subnets, okay? All the subnets within the Tao ecosystem. It'll blow your mind, all right?
Oh, here we go. If it retraces back to previous day high area, I'd love to go long, but...
Okay. Hold on, say that one more time, Keith.
If the price retraces back down here to this area, previous day high, around 269, I would go long.
Okay. So check this out. A guy, man, I follow all these accounts on X, but this morning we've been watching. Somebody took out a short on Bitcoin, 30 million, and if it went above 71,000, they get